As food insecurity hits record levels during the pandemic, the Indianapolis City County Council continues to look for ways to get fresh, healthy food into neighborhoods that lack access. Proposal 337, would create an agency to focus on addressing so-called food deserts. According to data, those barriers are more common in Black, minority, and immigrant communities. But one counselor wants to take those demographics out of the equation when it comes to public policy. WRTV's Cameron Riddle explains why and shares what community leaders are seeing firsthand.
So what I wanted to point out from the document is just the overall population that's affected by food deserts in Marion County.
As the city of Indianapolis studies the issue of food deserts and how to end them, City County Councilor Michael Paul Hart is asking that all mentions of race be removed from the language of Proposition 337.
This document, I believe, is putting preference on race when this is something that we need to focus on as a city as a whole, and that we make sure that we solve this for everybody.
In a statement to WRTV, Hart points to the Savi study from the Polis Center at IUPUI, which shows more than 200,000 people, or 20% of the population of Indianapolis, lives in a food desert. That's 18% of Indy's white residents, 21% of Hispanics and Latinos, and 32% of Black residents. Still, Hart says, quote, "The government should not legislate based on groups of people, be that race, age, gender, or any other identifying quality." His motion to essentially put that into city policy was quickly struck down.
I would like to move that we remove any mention of race within the proposal.
I respectfully decline that, sir.
In the 46218 zip code, you'll find one of the city's hardest hit food deserts, home to Eastern Star Church and its pastor, Jeffrey Johnson, who sees the situation firsthand.
We can't just say, I don't believe it's happening, and so we're not going to talk about it. No, there are studies to prove it happens.
He says identifying who food deserts are affecting is part of ending food deserts. His church opened its own grocery store after seeing data which backed up what he and his neighbors already knew.
That race is an issue, and until we understand what the problem is, we'll never be able to solve the problem.
Cameron Riddle, WRTV.
The proposal to create a Food Access Advisory Commission will be voted on at the next full council meeting scheduled for January 11th.